Hi guys, this is Radical Vishakha, India's first female motovlogger. You can follow my journey on my YouTube channel Radical Vishakha. Epidemic Sound has reached out to me asking if I would like to share my story. So here we go. Number 1, where are you from and how did you get started in biking? Well, I'm from Mumbai, city of dreams, which is in India. And how did I started biking? I think it's been more than a decade now I've been riding. So the first time when I decided, I should ride a bike is when I was 3 years old. I was sitting ahead of my dad on a scooter, and the vibe that I got while he was riding. So he was riding and he asked me to put his hands on his hand, imagining that I am giving the throttle out to the bike and it's me who's riding. So that feeling was just so amazing. Like me being a kid, I'm able to ride a bike. Also, I could see all the male gender passing by me or I'm crossing them. That feeling was such amazing. So I think that was the time when I decided, okay, I think when I grow up, even I should ride a bike. What inspired you to begin documenting your biking adventure? So I think there are 2 reasons. First is me being a little selfish. When I grow old on my bed, when I won't be able to get up and do these adventure kind of activities, I would really love to see myself, the young side of Radical Vishakha, how she was, and feel really good and proud about me. The second would be to inspire more female to live their dreams, to ride bike. So I had this dream of seeing more female on road riding bikes than males. So I just want to inspire a lot of girls, because I know where I come from, India, this is not a usual sight that you would get to see, that a girl riding motorcycle or a girl traveling solo. I would not only focus on motorcycling, but I want all the girls to just live their dreams and take that one step towards their dream, towards their passion. So number 3, what's the best part about being a motovlogger? I think everything about being a motovlogger is so amazing that you get to travel on your own bike. And for me, I think the best company is definitely my motorcycle. You don't really have to rely on anybody else to travel, or any other company, to ask out if you would like to travel with me. Plus, I get to meet a lot of new people every day, and I love to have a conversation with them. So these are the best things about motovlogging. Plus, I have learned a lot of things about myself. So whenever you travel alone, you find a new version of yourself every day. Plus, you learn a lot of things. The way you evolve as a person is again different, and what I've learned from motovlogging. So when I started, I think I was a kid, unmatured, but as my journey kept on going, I've come out a very different version of myself. I never thought I'll be so full of fun. Back then during my school times, I used to be a little shy, holding myself back, that should I strike a conversation or no. But I think vlogging and YouTube and traveling has broken this barrier for me. Next question. How did you find motivation and succeed in an environment where women traditionally don't have a lot of visibility? Oh, it took a lot of time for me to reach here. I think it's more of hard work and more of dedication and just believing in yourself. So I always believe that you are the person who will motivate 24/7 to yourself, and you cannot really rely on somebody else, because I know if a person would try to motivate me, that would stay within me for an hour or 2 or max for a day, but then later the same person is not going to come again and give you the motivation lecture. It's just you yourself, you have to motivate yourself a lot. And for me, I kept saying this, okay Vishakha, you can do this, you really want to do this, and this is meant for you, or you deserve this. So these kind of positive words, when you keep telling yourself, would lead you to a successful journey. And also, I do believe that you need family support a lot when you do this, but then to convince them is again a task for me. So I made up my mind, I convinced my mind. That is how it was easy for me to convince my parents that okay, this is what I really want to do. I'm a very scholar student. I did my BBA and MBA course. I got A grades, but I changed 8 jobs in 3 months of time. So that was the time when I decided, okay, riding is all that I want to do in my life. So I think there comes a time in every person's life that you can decide for yourself that this is what you really want to do. And when you get this thought, please keep the thought and just follow your passion. What do you believe are the best ways to empower women and ensure that they feel welcomed in the industry? I think for all the women out there, you don't really have to rely on anybody else's opinion about yourself, firstly. Also, by just supporting them or by just saying yes to their dreams, to their passion, would do the 80% of the work. Because everything is here, I believe. If this is prepared by all circumstances and all situation, then your 80% of the job is done, and it's just a 20% you have to just do it. Plus, I also know that there are people who say like that both the genders are equal, but unfortunately, I know that this is not true, because we have been built in a different structure. Also, the environment we be in, at least in India, it is so different. Because if you see a girl, the only thing she should do is just complete her 10th standard, learn how to cook, learn how to do household work, and get married and have babies, and then your life is done. But this shouldn't be the case. I think every individual should be respected, should be allowed, and should be supported. Was there an influential woman in your life that inspired, motivated, advised you when you started your journey? Definitely yes. It's my mom. She has been there always. And every day I thank my mom, saying that thank you so much, for giving me birth. That was the first step towards my journey. And right from my schooling, when something used to hurt, right from the beginning, when I used to feel sad, I used to go to my mom and I used to cry my heart out. During my breakup, she was the first person who got to know, and she is the reason I could overcome that long relationship. In deciding my career, I was always a very passionate kid, I would say. I wanted to become a pilot or a travel host, a gynac. There was so many things that I wanted to do. But then gradually, it was my mom, who helped me in settling out my thoughts, in calming me down, and always being there for me. I still think if she wouldn't have supported me, for me riding bikes and exploring solo, because being a mother, she is always scared that I go on a solo ride, I travel alone, whether it's safe or no, because I travel day, I travel at night. So yeah, I think it's because of her Radical Vishakha exists. I always get this line that we need more Radical Vishakha like you, but then I think we need more mother like my mom. So behind every successful man and woman, there is always a woman. What was the best piece of advice you received when you were starting out? I think the best advice I had received was, and I believed and I practiced, is never have a plan B, always have a plan A, and focus on your plan A so hard and work towards it full dedication, that you do not require a plan B. So for me, when I grew, I always wanted to ride bike, I wanted to travel, and that is how I worked like this towards that direction of traveling and riding bike, and I got into motovlogging, and now I'm so happy and living my dreams. What do you think the field of content creation for women will look like in the future? Oh my god, look at all the women out there. I think whenever I open my Instagram, it is so flooded with all the passionate women doing creative things in their life and succeeding. I think the future is ours, and there's no doubt in it. It's like you just give us a task and we ace it out. So now we have women flying fighter planes, we have women pilot, we have police women, we have beauty, fashion, we have riders, we have fitness models as women, we have bodybuilders as women. So I think we are there everywhere. Plus we know how to cook, plus we know how to take care of the family. Shout out to 3 female creators that inspire you. I think number 1 is going to be definitely my mom, because she's the mind behind my work or behind my content creation. Number 2 is going to be Deepika Padukone, who's a self-made Bollywood actress, and she inspires me a lot. Number 3, I think there are so many women who inspires me a lot. My entire social media following is of all the inspiring women, but if I have to name somebody, it's going to be Arya Bora. She's my best friend, and I think after mom, she's the one who just keeps motivating and pushing me to cross my boundaries. So my journey was never easy. There are people who imagine that I've got success very easily, but trust me guys, it took me around 15 hard struggle years of my life that I've dedicated towards my passion. So I've completed my MBA and I've aced it. I've told you this before. After completing my 10th grade, when I was just, 14 years old, 14 or 15 years old, I started doing my first job. And so it was like a 6 p.m. to 12 at night. That was the shift timing. I worked there as a cashier. I used to get paid around $50 for a month. So I used to work for around 7 kilometers from my home to reach my office, work, and then work back home. So I don't come from a rich family background. Plus, when your passion is so expensive, because riding, you need proper gears, you need your helmet, you need a jacket, you need your pants, boots, and then in a year's time you have to change everything. Plus you have to keep upgrading yourself, and plus the cost of petrol in India is so high. So to fulfill my passion, I used to work as an event promoter, wherein in a mall I used to go and do the registration thing. I used to distribute pamphlets. Then after a few years of experience, I got exposure towards something called as anchoring as an MC. And during my school time, I used to host convocation and annual day, and I was so much good into it that my first day again I aced it. It was a mall event that I did, and I was an MC out there. So that is how I grew. And from mall activations, I did press conferences, I did live concerts. So that is how my journey grew. Side by side, I used to save all that money and put it out in my passion. Also I used to pay my own fees of the education and look after my family. I'm also a drag racer and a circuit racer. I've won couple of trophies. Again, to fulfill that, to transport your bike, to rebuild, to modify your bike, you need a lot of money. And so I kept working really hard and save money and then work towards my passion. So nothing really comes easy. You have to give your more than 100% you can to work towards your dream and to reach a level where you'll have so many people knowing you. There were times when I was trolled so badly that I landed up in a hospital for a couple of weeks, and no food, no water, just on saline. And that was the time when my mom said, listen, what are you doing? This is not Vishakha, this is not my child. You really need to get up and show the world that trolling won't really affect you, because it did during that time. Also, you have to convince your entire family. I still remember the times when my mom used to be yelled every day from my relatives, saying that what have you done to your girl? She's always on bike traveling, who's going to marry her? Things like that. But now the tables have turned. The same relatives, they call my mom and they be like, we are so proud of you. We apologize for whatever we've said. Vishakha has really nailed it in our family. And then now I know that they keep their display picture with me. So yeah, it's a big achievement. And to grow as a creator, you need to collaborate with other creators. And in my community, they were all boys, trolling me and never wanted to collaborate. But now I get calls from the same creator asking me out to, let's go on ride, let's travel together, let's collaborate. And now the dice is in my hand, and I be like, okay, I think I'm gonna travel this month, I won't be free. No, I'm gonna catch you up in a couple of days and things like that. So, and you have to wait for the right moment to strike that okay, this is what you really want to do, and just be 100% passionate, dedicated, motivated towards your dream. So guys, that's it about me. I would also want to talk about the real situation. So right now I'm in South Africa. I'm hosting a show called as MTV Roadies. I've been wanting to do this show since past 6 years as a contestant. But then this year I got a call, from them asking that if you would like to, be the insider of the show, the host of the show. And I was like, bro, let's just do it. So yeah, I'm exploring South Africa for now. I'll be back in India in the month of mid-April, and then I'm gonna see you guys very soon. Thank you for making me a part of your day. If you have any dream, please work towards it. No matter what your gender is, just do it, and I believe in yourself that you will do it. See you soon, guys.